Hey everyone, I'm out here at Douglas Falls. My name is Will Ulmer. I run Bigfoot of Stevens County on Facebook. Our mission basically is to prove Bigfoot is real to us. We're not out to collect scientific evidence to prove to the world or any other kind of evidence to prove that these things are real. We're skeptics in a way. We need to actually see these things with our eyes to become full-time believers. And we've been discussing doing this for a little while, so I thought I'd start this month. We were wanting to share some of the reports and stories that we've gotten, not mentioning people's names or anything, but sharing the actual sightings and reports at the actual locations. Now, you can see I'm here at Douglas Falls. You can probably hear the falls behind me. I have 5 different stories that happened out here. 2 of them are personal events that happened to me. And I'm going to take you guys to the first location where 2 of them have happened. Another one happened on the other side of the mountain, which I won't be able to get to, but I will discuss that over there. And 2 more that were over on this side. So we're thinking about doing some of these reports once a month, depending on our schedules and everything. So let's get it going. So the first report I got took place on the back side of Douglas Falls here. This is the end of the campgrounds. This one took place in the late 80s and took place right down this road down here. I guess this was a hot spot for teenagers to party at during the day. The guy said he was in his teens with some of his friends, and they said they saw a tall silhouette, dark in color, covered in hair, about 6'5", 7 feet tall, walk from down there and up into the hills, into the woods. Scared them pretty much, and they pretty much left the area after that. Second report takes place just on the other side of the hill. This is a more recent story. This was taking place last summer, and a lady that I know lives just on the other side of the mountain here. And basically this whole thing is her backyard. And her son was hearing strange howls. They've heard wolves before, and they said that this sounded a lot different than a wolf pack. And later on they started hearing a lot of wood knocks, really powerful sounding, just single knocks. And her animals were all agitated and stuff, and her cats and dogs would not leave the house. They'd go as far as the front porch and then turn around and run back in, cowering inside the house. One night before she was about to go to work, she said there was a strong odor in the air. She said it wasn't a skunk. This was just a really bad smelling odor. And she just had this eerie feeling that she was being watched from the tree line of her property. And to this day, she's still hearing the knocks. So there could be something up here. Now, back in the mid-90s, a family was up here camping. The first night here, they were hearing some grunting noises coming from up on this hillside. And followed by the grunts, they were hearing wood knocks as well. And that lasted through most of the night. They actually cut their camping trip short that day. They were going to be out here for the whole weekend. They ended up leaving the next day because they just felt so uncomfortable. And all this is taking place right here at Douglas Falls. And this is not very far out of town. So my first event happened right here at these picnic tables. I had just downloaded some extra Bigfoot sounds on my iPod, and I wanted to try them out. So I came out here first week in December, and I placed my megaphone right here, hooked it up, and About 40, 50 feet away, I placed up my parabolic dish with a digital recorder on it, and had it pointing in this direction. Came back here, and I just started call blasting. And you can probably hear the falls behind me. I was here for maybe 10, 15 minutes tops, and just testing out the sounds. And it started to snow, so I packed up all my gear and headed home. And when I got home and downloaded the recordings onto my computer, in between two of my calls, there was this loud roaring sound. Best way I can describe it. And about a minute later, there was one solid, strong wood knock. And because of the waterfalls, I never heard any of it. And my megaphone's pretty loud, so my ears were ringing pretty well. But yeah, I got a roar and a knock. And next weekend I came back out here and set up a game camera. Unfortunately, there was no pictures on it though. But that was the first event. Second event took place on December 25th, 2013. And my girlfriend was here at the time, and well, we'll just move to the next spot, and I'll tell you that story there. But before we leave, just want to show you the view here. Now this is the direction I was call blasting, and the roar and the wood knock came from that direction, just across the water there. There was something out there. Okay, this is my second event that happened out here. After I picked up my game camera, my girlfriend and I were coming back up this road, and we kept hearing these loud howls. And behind me is a farmer's house and stuff like this. Their dog was just freaking out and barking and howling at whatever was making this howl sound. These howls were long, high-pitched, and drawn out for long periods of time. And they were coming from right up in that direction. And we were here for at least an hour and a half listening to these howls. My girlfriend started to howl back, and when she started doing that, the actual howls changed pitch and were actually mimicking her howls. It was actually pretty creepy and cool all at the same time. And this happened December 25th at about 8:30, 8:45 in the morning, 2013. And it was from that direction. And we interacted with it and listened to it for at least an hour and a half when we were here. So it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. So there it is, guys. 5 stories. 1 sighting. The rest were all vocal or wood knock sounds. All right here at Douglas Falls. So, if Bigfoot is real, I am convinced he's hanging out here in Stevens County. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. And I'm gonna head back to my rig and get warm and head on home. Have a good one, everyone.